Hi everyone, back to my channel, or finally actually updating you guys on this channel. It's been a long time, so I'm kind of just going to jump right in so I can get through this video before my family gets home, before my dog starts barking again, before I run out of space on my phone. Oh my lord, I've had so many issues trying to make a video, which is why I never make videos anymore. It seemed so easy before when I didn't have a dog and when I didn't have any children. It was so easy, but now I kind of cram it in when I can, and so I want to give you guys an update, let you know what's been going on, and kind of hash out the old details of the past so I can kind of shoot this video out. Or if you just watched my 2011 or 2015 video, you now have this video that will answer some of the questions that I get honestly all the time. So usually when my video is shared on Facebook or anywhere, I tend to get thousands of messages. So bear with me if you're one of those people who send a message and haven't gotten a response yet. If it's been this month, I promise I'll get to it. But hopefully this video will kind of help the questions that people have. So it's 2017. It's been over 6 years since I made that first video, and I am ready to move on a little bit. Like, I moved on. I want you guys to come on with me, and a lot of you guys are watching that first video for the very first time right now, so I understand why people have questions, why they still have comments, why they're still making comments or seeing it for the first time. I found it, you know, when I watch it back, I still cry, I still get motivated and inspired to get a workout in when I'm not having a good day, so I can understand why people draw so much motivation or inspiration from it. So I appreciate that so much. I love that video, not knowing what it was going to do for you guys and for me, which was get to know so many people and know that I wasn't alone. And even though if you weren't going through the very same situation, that you had some kind of big situation to come up in your life and you were able to draw some kind of motivation to, you know, pick your feet up and go even through a tough situation. So that was really cool. I didn't think that would happen. Honestly, it was just a normal day in my life. I was kind of a YouTuber before that, and so it was normal for me to pick up a camera and just talk at it and let you guys my emotions. It wasn't probably the first time I cried on video. So, you know, I'm just really open and honest with you guys, and want to go ahead and be more honest with you guys. So a lot of questions I get, I'll start with the first one, which is how much weight did you lose in the first 90 days? And I did P90X and Insanity as a hybrid, and I lost 50 pounds in the first 90 days. I used the 2 workouts and Shakeology and the meal plan from P90X for the first 90 days and stopped eating at all the restaurants, drinking lots of water, and it happened. I didn't do anything crazy other than do the schedule that it told me to do. It was like an hour or less a day, and got my workouts in, ate healthy, and bam, magic. 90 pounds or 50 pounds dropped in 90 days. So it's nothing magical, but the programs really work, which seems really magical because if you've been fighting to lose weight for so many years, it seems magical to lose that much weight that quickly. So anyway, yeah, I didn't do anything crazy. The second question, that, and one of the most asked questions, is did I get a divorce? I put a video up a couple years ago, and yes, I did get a divorce. I actually moved just like 4 or 5 days after that first video. My brother and my dad came down with a U-Haul, and some of my friends from Virginia helped me pack up, and I moved home within 4 or 5 days. It was really quickly. It was a whirlwind of a week. You know, I thought I was like in this great marriage and things were going okay and blah blah blah, and now I am like moved to a different state and home and totally different life. So that is why I had to find motivation and inspiration to keep going, because I was going through a whirlwind. But during it all, and what I have to preface and why, you know, I kind of want to move on in a little bit, is with all the love that I get, I also get a lot of hate. And not only do I just get hate, but my ex-husband gets a lot of hate. Or not that we're getting it in our inboxes, but we get it like in the comments of the videos that are shared. Not typically on my YouTube, because people are nice and they're, you know, more nice on here for me than on some random site that one puts up a fake title about something that didn't happen and they share the video. And in all honesty, and what I continue to tell people is, nowhere in that video was I saying bad things about him. I was literally like just going through a bad day, and I was sharing it with you guys, and he happened to be part of it. But I never had anything bad to say about him. What I thought, we had a good relationship, and it just wasn't right for him. I don't think that he's a bad person. He wasn't a bad person then. I don't feel like he's a bad person now. The divorce was really easy as far as like we weren't arguing with each other. We weren't like catty with each other. And we were really adults about it. And so, you know, we went through the divorce process and, you know, made that final decision that yes, we're going to get divorced. And by the time it was ready to like sign the papers, it was more like a mutual agreement that yes, we're going to do this. And I think more so on my part, just because I felt unwanted, and once someone, I'm so type A, like once someone tells me that they don't want me, I feel like, okay, that's what it is, and it's hard for me to trust after the fact. So that was more my reason as far as like, okay, I'm going to be okay with doing this, with this decision. And while it wasn't my decision in the beginning, I felt like okay with it once we got to the signing of the documents phase. So after that, you know, I moved home and I got a job and worked this temp job and became a full-time there, and they ended up like moving and relocating and all that. So I got this job in Atlanta, and I've had that for over a year now, and it's been going amazing. I love it. And I went and got my bachelor's degree. I'm working on my master's in accounting, and things are just like way different. Obviously, I have a 5-year-old, and a lot of people, I don't think I've ever talked about this, so I'll talk about it. Hopefully my phone doesn't give up on me right now, but a lot of people ask like, wait a minute, you got a divorce, that was in 2011, you have a kid that's only 5, what's going on there? And so what I'll tell you guys is I don't talk about it a lot, and that's mostly because my daughter is going to grow up one day and she's going to see my YouTube videos, so I'd rather just tell her. And I want to I want her to form an opinion of our family as far as her dad and me and her and how she plays in all this role. But obviously after the divorce, I was that typical female who was just sad, and I was lonely, and things were like they were, and I got complacent, because if you guys knew me from before the divorce, me and my ex-husband were trying to get pregnant. It wasn't working. I was seeing fertility doctors. I was on all kinds of fertility medication. I had tubal surgeries. I had all kinds of stuff going on. So I thought that it just wasn't in the cards for me, especially not on medication. So I did end up getting pregnant, not on fertility medication, and while it was a really tough pregnancy, they told me she wasn't going to survive. I broke my water at 23 weeks, was in the hospital for 10 weeks, she was in the hospital for 4 weeks. It was a crazy pregnancy. She is a little miracle, and now she's 5 years old. But in 2014, I know this is a lot of information at one time, but I feel like my phone is going to lose space very soon. In 2014, I met my now husband that I got married to 3 weeks ago, and we met through a really cool situation that I'll tell you guys later. But met him in 2014 when I wasn't looking to date. I was like so good getting my bachelor's, working on my master's, like I was working, doing good, and I met him. And I met him at such a great time because I wasn't looking, and that's really, it was the perfect time to meet him because, like I said, I wasn't looking, and it just, you know, yeah, it was perfect. So 3 years later, now we are married. We got married over Memorial Day weekend, and I'm super happy, and I'm just looking towards the future, you know, and I've been looking towards the future for years now. But you know, as a Beachbody coach, a lot of people draw inspiration from my situation, so I'm okay to talk about it, but I do want to move on with my channel, I guess, and be able to send you guys this information so that you guys know a little bit of the things that maybe you didn't know. And I think it's mostly because it wasn't an intention to like make this informational video a couple years ago, and back in 2011, you know, it was just all emotion and just like a brain dump and heart dump on you guys, because I needed you guys, and I needed Beachbody, and I needed my family and my friends. And for some reason, I always found motivation and that support through YouTube and sharing. So that's pretty much it. I hope I get to say bye before this all gives up on me, but You guys have been amazing through all of this and through the confusion that you guys may have had because you didn't have all the answers. And to the people who have always been awesome and supportive and kind, thank you guys so much. I think for anybody who's been negative, it's just because you don't know me, you're a stranger, and that's okay. I mean, your negativity and grossness is not okay. You shouldn't fill the world with that. But that's kind of what I want to move on from, is people have more negative and are more negative and more mean-spirited than I was, and I was the person going through the divorce. Like, you know, he's not that bad of a guy. I think it was a not good decision at a not good time, but things play out how they play out, and in the end, I think that we're both happy people with our families that we now have, and we both want to move on from it. So I know that a lot of people get inspiration from it, and I am so happy to provide that, and hopefully my experience can teach other people that you can pick yourself up and move on even in a tough situation, but not to teach people that you can just be rude and negative and call people names that you don't even know, because I think that we both handled it well after that main event. I know that it wasn't the best way to go through it or to talk about, hey, I want a divorce, but it got better after that when we were going through the divorce. And I don't have any hard feelings, so you guys shouldn't have any hard feelings because you weren't the ones that were going through it. So let it go, wipe it off your shoulders, don't hold it don't hold it in. It's all right. But thank you guys to all the supportive people. I'm gonna go get my workout in. Sean Week starts today. I'm so excited, so I can't believe I spent 11 minutes talking to you guys about it when I had this new workout to do. Love you guys. I promise to be back soon to talk about how I met my husband and a little bit more logistically on the weight loss. All right, bye.